Department. Now to Ghana, where there has been various reactions to the passing of Jerry Rawlings. This as he died from COVID-19 complications. The president there, Nana Akufo-Addo, has said that campaigning for the 7 December elections will be suspended for now, and including that word from former President John Mahama. We speak now to Sipho Bantula, who is from the Thabo Mbeki African School of Public and International Affairs. A very good evening to you, and thank you so much for speaking to us. So just your point of view, he has been regarded, Jerry Rawlings, as a president who liberalized Ghana's economy, who not only was encouraging of investment there, but including democratizing it to an extent. What is your view?
Evening, my sister, even to the broader viewers of SABC from Accra as well as Ghana. I think when we look at the history and the culture of how JJ, as he was fondly known, John Jerry Rawlings, is that coming from military, he was able, like you are saying, democratize Ghana as a fourth republic elect president. He was even very sharp on the issues of politics, of youth. You can understand the issues of Ghana as well. And even you will understand that his role as well in dealing with the Africanization of Ghana in terms of governance, politics, security as well. And you will understand that even his role during the last days, he was very instrumental even in the AU missions like in Somalia. A critical aspect again of Jerry Rawlings' sister episode is that I still vividly remember 10 years ago or 12 years ago when he was visiting South Africa with other former heads of state. He was very concerned even about the state of the African Union during that time, about how do they deal with these issues of corruption and conflict in the continent. Because these are the two key issues that the legacy or the tribute of the 73-year-old General Jerry Rawlings must be seen in that context, without looking at only Ghana. More so that President Nana Akufo have said that the 7 days of national mourning is a half masking of the flags in Ghana. And as well, as we have said earlier in your intro, political campaigns have been called off, and as they are giving this leader a befitting tribute.
So let's focus on his legacy in Ghana. So as much as he was lauded as being a statesman and being very much involved in diplomatic efforts, even power broking in Ghana itself, but he was involved in two coups in that country, something people have said, even though he was very quick to hand over power, civilian power within the first coup, the fact that he played a role in such undemocratic takeover of power was a blight on his record.
So you'll understand that area of West Africa, it is prone of military coups. And looking at Jerry Rawlings, one will have to understand about his activism, being an Air Force pilot and coming into the issues of Ghana. And remember, as you have said, that issue of military coup as well, there were reasons, there were forces that had to push him. And at the same time, remember that his stance on Pan-Africanism was very clear, in the sense that even after he has went through that, about the issue that you are raising, that it was not a democratic process. But this is how in Africa we have seen how military coups have tended to be legitimized. But even in some instances, others have become very ugly and dirty, like we have seen in your Mali, your Sahel region, your Guinea-Conakry, and many others. But if you look at Ghana, it is the bastion of Pan-Africanism. And yes, it is true that we didn't expect to see that from the first Pan-African country to be independent, to be falling into the trap of being obsessed with power. But if you look at his role as well, like I've said, it's a very critical role that he has brought into Ghana, even during those eras of 1981 to 2001. And remember, he was elected democratically at some point in 1996, meaning he served only 2 terms at this era, and he was able to give to other males during that time. So it is very important to say there was maybe rehabilitation of his thinking during the era of...
Let's talk about the rehabilitation of his thinking. He was very instrumental in multi-party democracy, and you spoke about the West African region and how it has a predilection for coups. Can you briefly say what contribution we can learn from, especially in that region, multi-party democracy. There's been countries who've just had elections who are clearly not adhering to those democratic principles.
No, definitely. When you talk about elections, or one other commentator called them selections in West Africa, you'll understand that democratization, militarization of elections and politics in that area have been the problem. The three countries in point that you might have to think of: Ivory Coast, Guinea-Conakry, and now recently we see even in the Southern Africa, we have the same problem of even Tanzania and as well as Uganda. But if you look at his contribution, like I've said earlier, he was a special envoy of the African Union in Mogadishu, meaning he was playing a critical role even in understanding the post-conflict resolution matters. Now, when you look at elections in Africa, we have this virus that we are seeing from the continent. That
all right, I'm afraid
the issue of not accepting elections, it is very clear, Sister Tepiso, but I know that you are mourning the great man, and time is the master in Africa, I know.
Sadly indeed. Thank you very much, Sipho Mantula from Timali. Time now for sports.